So I always like to start with a little bit of crystal goddess guidance. And the guidance that you got is She Who Questions. Now, that's a meal. It's your curiosity, it's your destiny, and it is searching for your higher purpose. So you do need to channel that goddess energy right there. All right, now the first card that we're going to pull is what makes you unique. And this is the Six of Swords. What makes you unique is you're somebody who can be very much stuck in the past and run away from troubles, yet still manage to maintain a level of clarity. You don't live in your past, but you can escape to your past. Now, what you need to know about that is that the moment that you're actually able to embrace your peace within and surrender to the outcome of this moment, that's when the universe is going to be able to get to work and start providing you with all the things necessary. You have been very patient, but it is time for you to start planning for a shift in the way that you have actually done things. You protect the things that matter to you, but you do not take the time to protect yourself. So what makes you unique is that you can learn from your spiritual experiences, and all the while you're learning, you're actually teaching because you are a leader. But you do need to set your goals because you're being called to take a look at the bigger picture and see what it is that is going to be needing some changes. Now, the next card is how you can unblock your peace of mind, and that is the 10 of Wands. It's about failure to delegate. It's about shouldering too much responsibility. It's about allowing people to carry their own weight and not taking on all of their weight as well as yours. You're actually really close to achieving the goals that you have set for yourself, and you're going to have to start to travel in a new direction, because once you've completed it, you're going to have to become the dreamer of your dream and set your next plan. So celebrate everything that you achieve, but you do have to remember that there is some conflict and defeat in this. It's going to be bittersweet fulfilling your goal and then having to realize that while you fulfilled your goal, it's no longer your goal. You have to make a new one now. Is going to represent your hidden potential in life. And that's the Nine of Wands. That is you taking the last stands and being resilient, perseverant. It's persistence. You have a lot of grit. And the way you're going to be able to unlock that potential is to stand your ground. You are being called to heal yourself from the hurts of your past. And the key to prayer is to forget about what you think that you need, because what you think you need isn't what you actually need. The Sage God is telling you to be devoted and to be committed to yourself. I think this next journey that you're going on is one of finding your self-balance. Now, the shadow that you carry is the child that you were meant to be. You had to grow up extremely fast as a little child, as a little girl. You were called to become the parent to the parents. You didn't really get a lot of time to enjoy being a child. But you need to honor the way that you feel. If that hurts, that you had to be the parent to the parents, express that. So when you show your work, others are going to give their support, because they're going to recognize that you did do that. And now you can choose your path on where you're going to want to go, not where you feel you should be. Cherish the memories of your loved ones, but recognize that your dreams need a practical plan. And it can't happen if you're busy taking care of everybody else. You have to take care of yourself, honey. Now, how you've reacted to having this shadow? Well, that's the Knight of Swords. You've become very assertive and direct, a little impatient, but definitely intellectual. You're very focused, and You're a damn perfectionist. I ain't even going to say there's anything wrong with that. The only problem I see with this is that you don't focus that on yourself, everybody else. So conclusions, they're coming to a head. You're going to have to deal with the fact that you've chosen everybody before yourself. There's a stream of love supporting your dreams. You just have to allow it to come through. You need to stop blocking your potential, trying to give it to everybody else. You are optimistic. So you have to appreciate everything that you have and keep it for yourself. Don't hold on to the mental conflict because it is not serving you, honey. It is just simply, it's just not serving you. It's no longer serving you. So we're going to just go ahead and get right started. The problem in your current situation that you guys are going through is actually being able to advert the disaster. You guys have been resisting change. Something in the dynamics of your relationships has changed, and you guys have been resisting it. I don't know why I feel that it's financial, but that's what I'm feeling. So you are being called to surround yourself with protective energy. That protective energy is going to allow you to bring love back into this situation, not skepticism. You're able to manifest exactly what you want easily. So don't be afraid to do that. You have to trust your intuition, Queen. You have to trust it, and you have to know that instead of praying for an outcome, pray for the highest good for everybody involved. Now, your contribution to this problem is power dynamics. There's been some abuse of your generosity, some inequality, almost like extortion. Like your commitment is actually being tested quite hard. So you're being called to transform and to unveil your gifts. Stop making that man believe you don't know what the hell he's doing when he's doing it. You can calmly make the best possible decisions for you, but you need to let the positive movement forward continue to take you there, as well as show yourself. The presence of love will always outcast fear. This is the second time you've gotten this card from me. That's a message. Now, their contribution to this is success, independence, rewarded efforts. He wants to be rewarded for everything he's doing. A new start. It's coming. A new dynamic in the relationship. The universe is telling you to trust in this new change, because once again, you must be a master manifester, because you are manifesting multiple opportunities in your life. I've gotten this twice now too. Joy. All right, now how you can get back to that initial dreamer? Well, baby girl, that is the King of Wands. That is leadership. That is vision. It's taking control, being bold and optimistic again. And I know that sounds scary, but you have to use that crown chakra, use your creativity, and realize that you have everything that you need to prosper. You always have. You just stopped using it. And take time to reflect on why you did that. And then once you've done that, lean on the faith and certainty. That way you can change your mind about how you see this world. The world reality is in your eyes. Your reality and my reality isn't the same thing. We could be standing in the same spot and have a different perception. It's time to let go. You have to learn to let go of giving everything you have to everybody else. Communication is the key, and you are not being asked to speak to others. You are being asked to speak to yourself through the acts of kindness and love. Now, what your guides want you to know is that this is not a time to be impatient. You are not lacking ideas, and other people's tantrums and lazy, boring, unreliable ways. Do not allow that to force you into working harder and giving up on your dreams again. Your vibration speaks so much louder than your words. Don't even entertain the thought of it. Use your patience, observe them and see why, and then go ahead and accept that situation without resistance. Recognize that they don't want you to have that. Ignite your passions and take your tail out there and do it anyways. Raise your standards. And when you do that, my queen, the adjustments that are required, they're going to be handed right to you. And when you lean on the faith of the universe, peace becomes real. I want to end with some crystal goddess guidance. This is Enid. This is she who doubts. You have to let her go. The fear and the weariness, the lack of trust, that is where you've been. Release her and channel her. She who questions. Because anybody who truly wanted the best for you wants you to follow your dreams, not theirs. Something related to your spiritual journey that you do need to explore, and that's your emotional vulnerability. It's your inner child, and it's your insecurities. You need to look at those. You need to observe them. You need to actually find out exactly what they are. That way you can find out what triggers them. When you're able to do that, it is going to become very good. You will be able to love and to learn from these feelings, from these emotions. And confrontation is telling you to pick your battles wisely. Not everybody is worth your time or your effort, as well as stand your ground. Stand your ground and hold true to yourself, nobody else, and trust your instincts. Definitely trust your instincts because they are going to sway you in the proper direction. Now, next is something that you do need to be mindful of, something you need to, watch with precaution. And that is irrational dictator, oppressive, somebody being controlling, somebody being cold and ruthless, somebody being dishonest. But these are also things that you need to make sure that you're not doing as well. So you do need to choose those battles very carefully, because in the end, the moment you can embrace your peace and surrender to the outcome is the moment that the universe is going to be able to get to work for you. And when that is brought into play, well, you'll always be rewarded for all that you do, followed by your nurture your relationships with friendships. Lean on friends. Now, what we're going to be doing next is your weekly energies. Some general information for the month. We'll start with what the energy of this new month is going to be. And it's going to be generosity and charity, material help, support, sharing, giving, receiving, gratitude. That tells me that this month, you're going to be having multiple people actually working well with you. They're doing, not just for them, but for, the greater good. So recognize that you have chosen fear in the past. This time you can choose love. There is not anything that you have to deeply worry about this month. The charity, helping other people as well as allowing other people to help you. So always be open to good news, as well as Sage, be devoted and committed to yourself and the energies that you're currently carrying. Now, next, we have something that you need to leave behind this month, something that you need to move past and move forward from. And that is going to be suffering in silence. If something is hurting you, if something is not feeling right, you need to speak up and let yourself be known. It's time to take a breath out and speak your truth. In fairness to yourself, you are resilient. So you can rise above these trials and tribulations, but it is time for, somebody to be accountable and know that peaceful times are coming. Peaceful times are coming, and everything is going to be working out for the greatest good of you. Now, next is how you can get the most out of this month. And that is by having clarity, breakthroughs, new ideas, concentration, vision, force, focus, and truth. You need to be truthful to yourself and everybody that is in your life. Focus on what matters to you. Definitely ignite your passions, because they're calling you forward. They're calling you forward to track down your fears and your desires. Let go of what no longer serves you and hold on to what does. And, remember to give yourself time and know that it is time to give rather than to take. I think it's time to be giving your honesty and not taking everybody else's versions of reality. So thank you, universe, for helping you see beyond the limits of fear, for expanding your perceptions so that you can see what is of the highest good. And that is what is of the highest good. Okay, so the energies of this week. For the first week is the 9 of Pentacles. So this week is you're being rewarded for your efforts, success, achievement, independent, security, self-sufficient. You are going to be owning yourself so when you accept the love of the universe as your primary teacher, you will always be guided back to the light. Keep that in mind, as well as love and care for yourself first. You're going to succeed because you are going to be thinking about yourself. You're going to honor your inner knowing, as well as realizing that the answers that you need, they are absolutely going to be coming. And when that happens, everything's going to work out for the betterment of you. Now, the goddess that you're being called to channel is Colette. Now, Colette is she who nurtures. And with this, you are being called to have hope and healing. When you're troubled, turn those around and let them see you for what you are. You are lucky, and you may encounter a rare soul who's going to glance exactly at what you're experiencing and recognize yourself. But the empathetic depth in their eyes will allow you to nurture yourself back to health and happiness. You are going to be nurtured. Somebody is definitely going to be nurturing you and your needs. Now, next we have, for the second week, is recovery, awakening, re-entering the world. It's release from isolation. It's maybe even a little bit of restlessness. And what you can carry with that is that when you lean towards love, you are going to be led. And when you allow love to lead you, you will be able to choose what you want naturally and with joy. Those choices are going to come very easily to you. And the heartache and loss is going to be disappearing. So you'll be able to see things from a very, very much a higher perspective. The goddess that you need to channel for that week is Breeze. And when you get this, when she shows up, expect the unlooked at for a moment. You're more receptive to the variations of life. You can stand a very good chance of finding answers. So basically, surprise, discovery, revelation. Truths are going to be coming. Third week, you need to let it grow. And this is justice. This is cause and effect. This is clarity and truth. Don't make excuses for people. Not even yourself, not your loved ones, not even your children if you have them. Because everybody makes mistakes. It's how you learn. Nobody learned anything because they got something right always. Now, your intuition is going to guide you in the right direction, and that is to hold people accountable for their actions. Take time, breathe out, hold accountable, match their energy. And it's all coming together. Your intuition is hitting. Your soul tribe is gathering. Your vibes Baby girl, they speak louder than your words. Now, what's going to happen if you don't let go? Well, that is all about faithlessness, discouragement, insecurity. If you let it grow, you will get hope, faith, and rejuvenation. And how you can let things go is to trust whatever the universe is bringing to you, because the universe is not going to steer you wrong. It is created to make you have everything you want. We are the blockers of our blessings. So the answers that you need are coming. You need to sit and meditate with it and just say yes. You know what you need. Just say yes. And realize that your outer experiences, they're reflections of your internal nature, your internal condition. That's who you are. Now, some guidance for you. This is the 9. If you give into your fears and anxieties, if you stay thinking of the negativities and your breaking points and creating nightmares and isolating yourself, you will never get past the step that you're in. Your ideas, you need to trust them in the directions that they're coming in, because you are supposed to be creating something. Your prosperity lies ahead. You're supposed to be, well, the high priestess. You're supposed to be stepping up, taking leadership, becoming that boss bad bitch you know you are. You need to step up at your game. You need to step up and start loving yourself a hell of a lot better than you've been doing. Okay, another magic card. This is, what is going to unlock your compassion. And it's all about dependence and emptiness, noisiness. It's even smothering. What that is you will no longer allow people to do these things to you. You are not going to be somebody's post stop. They're just there for when they need something, but whenever you need something, they are not there. They just disappear. You don't even know their name. But you will learn from that. You've done this in your past, and the way that you are going to get that compassion back is by, motherhood, nurturing. You're a healer, but you are also somebody that can't say no to somebody in need, somebody who's hurting, somebody that needs something. You're going to go up there and get it, because you're mothering everybody except yourself. That's why she's in her reverse. You have to cut out the nosy people. You have to stop allowing people to smother you, to take all of your energy while they keep yours. It's like when you're in a relationship. You're giving this much, and they're just standing there taking all you give and keeping everything they have. You are literally starving yourself while you're feeding them. Being a healer is good. Being intuitive is good. Having these abilities, it is very good, because you can help so many people. But you can also be taken advantage of. You can be overused, overworked, and overhurt. But if you choose to learn through love, by loving yourself, loving inward, nobody can mess with you. Because the bottom line is when you come from a place of complete and utter love, you forgive people. Even the people that have broken your heart, you feel bad for them, because you realize, dude, you've thrown away your happiness with both hands, and you will suffer. And all I did was learn to never let that happen again. Okay, so this is the High Priestess, and this represents who you are and what makes you unique. And what makes you very unique is the fact that you are highly intuitive. You have a very strong unconscious mind, and you have a very strong inner voice. Now, to be perfectly honest, it says you have intuition. That means that you have psychic abilities as well. Empath, introvert, doesn't really matter what it is. You do have it, and it is, a key part of you. You've used this your whole life to kind of navigate through all the trials, tribulations, all the things that hurts. But, with some crystal guidance, the universe brings all you need to feel blissful. And it really is the truth, because that intuition, it is never going to prove you wrong. It will always, always do right by you, because of the simple fact that all your intuition is your higher self. It's your higher self protecting you, and your ego, well, that's your brain, a machine. That is basically you only use is to protect the body, not the spirit. This is how you unlock your power. And the way that you can unlock your power is through your innocence, through new beginnings, through freeing your spirit. See, when a person is tired enough from aching, from all the pains and trials and tribulations and issues, the affronts that have been done to them, things that have happened to them, well, they learn that every pain is a lesson. And when we don't deal with our pain, we 100% bury it right on down, and it weighs down our spirits. That's why they're always saying, raise your vibrations. Do the shadow work. Get rid of the pain. That way you can vibrate and come from a place of pure love. Now, what the universe has to say is that your birthright is happiness. You were born to be able to be happy. That's why you're the Fool. It's the very first card. It doesn't even have a number. It's the number 0. It's a child's heart. It is the beauty. It's optimism. It's knowing that you got this. All right, so this is how you find your peace of mind. And it's all about imprisonment, it's entrapment, it's self-victimization. How you're going to go ahead and bring around your peace of mind is to stop thinking that you're responsible for everybody else. You do not have to atone for everybody's upfronts, their wrongs, their fuck-ups. Because when you think about it, you're doing them a disservice. You think you're saving them, but what you're doing is you're taking their lesson and you are doing it for them, and they are never growing. What's going to happen one day if the person you're taking all the blame for, you're not there, and they don't know how to do it? They have not learned their lesson. You're like literally hindering them from learning, because nobody ever learned anything because they were happy and taken care of. They learned because it was hard, it hurt, and guess what? That's a trigger. Oh, this hurts. Boom. Don't want to do that again. I've learned a new spirit. And your spirit is starting to vibrate because you're learning. You're learning that you matter, that you are the one that matters. Because if you can't love yourself, then the love that you give to everybody else, it's temporary. Because eventually you're going to get tired. And that's why you go through those bouts of, taking care of everybody, taking care of everybody, taking care of everybody. And nobody's taking care of you. And it's like a pitcher of water, and you keep dumping out to feed, to give everybody some water. But you're not keeping any for yourself. Nobody's giving it back to you. So you are literally stuffing them full, all gluttonous, and you are starving to death. Turn the love inside. And then when you radiate out, it comes from the most purest form that there is, unconditional. If you love yourself that much, then you will love everything that much, because you'll realize everything deserves love. Now, your universal guidance is your outer experiences are reflections of your internal condition. And it is so true, because we live hurt. And almost everybody I've ever dealt with got hurt as a kid. And then it was one hurt after the other, one hurt after the other. Eventually, they've got so much pain going on inside of them that they're basically living a lie. This card represents on how you can unlock your peace of mind. And this is all about emotional loss and blocked creativity and emptiness. You're going to have to accept the fact that those pains and emotional losses, blocked creativity and emptiness that you have suffered in the past are all things that you needed to go through, all lessons you needed to learn so you can be right here at this precise moment of creation. Now, what this is telling me is that you have to forgive yourself and forgive anybody who hurt you, because it was desperately needed. The loss of a loved one, the loss of a lover, they were there to teach you what you needed to learn, and you've learned it. Accept the fact that it is gone, take the lesson, and move forward in this creation, and you will find your peace of mind once you realize that everything that you've gone through was one step closer to getting you to where you needed to be. This card actually represents your hidden potential. It's all about fulfillment and harmony, completion. Your hidden talent is the fact that you absolutely will not quit until you come full circle. You start something and you must complete something in order to find that. That is actually very rare as well. A lot of people like to start, but they never finish. Your hidden potential is, like I said before in the previous videos, you never fail because you refuse to quit. You are somebody who brings fulfillment and harmony and completion into everything that you do. You're a hard worker. You strive for completion. So like I said before, create structure, create your plan, creation, and then start the next piece. You will continuously prosper and grow once you set a goal, finish it, start another, finish it.